In this video, I'm going to share with you the key to selling more go-high-level software to small business customers. My name is Mike. I'm the founder of servicesthatscale.com. If you're not familiar with me, I have built two multi-seven-figure service businesses selling to the small business community, one in IT services and one in marketing services. I was on the Inc. 5000 list of fastest growing companies in America 3 years in a row. My companies were also recognized as a best place to work in their communities. And I was able to sell one of those businesses for a multi-seven-figure exit. I share all that with you just so you have some context to know that what I'm sharing with you in these videos is based on my experience actually building businesses and is not just theory. Okay, I said I'm going to share with you the key to selling more high-level software in this video. I'm actually going to share with you the key insight. What do I mean by key insight? It actually comes from this book, Insight Selling, which was written by some gentlemen that I know at the Rain Group. I really love the books that these guys write and the sales training that they create because it's based on data. What I mean is that they actually go and they research thousands of buyers to find out what it is that made them make the decision to choose one product or service over the other options that they have for a similar product or service. And the number one reason that they report, that business buyers report that they choose to buy from one salesperson over another when they have comparable products or services to choose from is not that the salesperson did a better job of building a relationship with them. It's not that the salesperson was better at handling objections or that they necessarily provided more information or more service. It wasn't that the price was better. The number one reason that buyers report that they choose one salesperson's pitch over the other is because they said that they learned a key insight from that salesperson or from that salesperson's organization that they believed would help them make their business better and accomplish their goals more easily. Now, what do we mean by a key insight? Well, an insight is essentially an idea that allows you to have some sort of breakthrough in your thinking, to understand a problem in a different way or to see a solution, see new possibilities that you didn't see before. So the business that delivers that key insight takes a leadership position in terms of the customers seeing them as an authority and seeing them as an expert that's going to help them accomplish their goals and grow their business. There are a couple of examples in this industry that I'm sure that you're very familiar with that I think really illustrate this key insight concept very well. The first one that I'm sure you're aware of is HubSpot. HubSpot is a huge business in terms of providing software to small businesses, and their key insight was the concept of inbound marketing. Now, if you weren't around in this industry when HubSpot started, I was, and I can remember that when they created this messaging around inbound marketing, it was this new insight, this idea that instead of doing traditional outbound sales, we should all really be focused on creating content and using that content to pull prospects and potential customers to us instead. And that there was all kinds of benefits to that in terms of managing your costs around your sales and marketing, but also that by having customers come to you because they had found your content, that they were pre-positioned to see you as an authority and buy from you. So they use that inbound marketing key insight to shape the software that they were creating. Most importantly, to set themselves apart in the marketplace by teaching everybody in the marketplace, this is what content marketing is all about. Here's why it's so powerful. And here's why it's going to change your business to an inbound sales organization instead of an outbound sales organization. And they have been able to ride that concept, that one key insight of inbound marketing for a decade or more now. And I've obviously created just this massive, successful business because of it. Now, the other one that you're probably familiar with in this space, much more recently and with explosive growth, is ClickFunnels. ClickFunnels, created by Russell Brunson, capitalize on the key insight of funnels, right? And in fact, that you were just one funnel away. That was his key insight that allowed him to create explosive growth for the ClickFunnels software. Funnels were not new, and funnel software was not new. But Russell is an excellent marketer, and he took that concept, that key insight of funnels, that even though people were aware of funnels, they were not necessarily completely convinced that a funnel was really going to be this game changer for their business and for their lives. But Russell went out there with his marketing firepower and his hustle and his conviction, and he showed everybody, hey, if you will take advantage of this concepts of funnels, you can get explosive growth as well. And of course, wrapped that entirely around the ClickFunnels software platform to create its growth. These are two very powerful examples of people using key insights to build their businesses and really stand out in the marketplace. So just like these examples, we want to have a key insight that's going to allow us to sell high level. And I'm going to share with you what that key insight is. And to do that, I'm going to share another book. Hopefully, as an entrepreneur, you've read this book, or at least you're familiar with it. The E-Myth is a legendary book in small business entrepreneurial circles because Michael Gerber, for the first time, really captured clearly what it was that was holding most small businesses back from success. And that key insight is systems. Now, if you look at Amazon and you check out the reviews on this book, you will understand that that key insight resonated with small business owners. There are literally thousands of 5-star reviews on this book. And the reason why, I can remember the first time I read it, and it was such a breakthrough for me, is it really just clearly articulated what it was that separated the real winners in the small business marketplace from the businesses that just kind of hung on and struggled and never really got profitable or grew. And when you think about the examples in the small business world of businesses that have really taken off and have been able to achieve scale, I'm sure that you will understand that it is systems that allow them to do that. Let's think of, the biggest small business, probably McDonald's, right? Here's this business that makes cheeseburgers, fries, milkshakes, fountain drinks. Back in the time when they started, there were lots of competitors out there. There's still lots of competitors out there today. I don't think anybody's going to say that McDonald's makes the best hamburger or the best French fry. Actually, their French fries are pretty damn good. That's subjective, but hey, their French fries are good. But what allowed McDonald's to absolutely explode in growth and profitability versus the majority of these burger stands was that understanding of systems. The other burger stands had ovens in the kitchen and had shake machines and had fryers and all that good stuff, just like McDonald's did. But McDonald's created all of the processes and training and marketing and the strategy to acquire real estate and the processes to do that effectively so that they could then franchise their model and make it very systematic, which created this massive growth opportunity. If you think of other businesses that are similar to the McDonald's story, Subway does not make the best sandwiches. Domino's Pizza, again, pretty damn good as far as cheap pizza go, but you're not going to say it's the best pizza in the world, but a massive, massive business because it was all about creating systems to create hot pizza that could get delivered in 30 minutes or less, hot and fresh, right? That was the thing that made Domino's stand out so much in the marketplace and dominate in the marketplace. So systems are what allowed these small businesses to become huge successes. And it is systems or a lack of systems that holds back so many small businesses today. There are so many small businesses out there that have great products, great services, great stories. They're important parts of their community, but they're barely getting by, or they just never capitalize on any sort of opportunity to really grow because they are running their business like craftsmen. And that is what Michael Gerber really diagnoses very clearly in this book, is that most small business owners start their business because they have some sort of craft that they're very passionate about. They make the best pizza and they're convinced of it, so they start a pizza shop. or they hand make some sort of clothes or something like that, and they do a beautiful job of it, but they stay stuck in that world of being a craftsman because they don't have the supporting business systems that will allow them to grow and grow profitably. And so inevitably what ends up happening, which is very frustrating, is that most of these small business owners get stuck not really getting to spend enough time on their craft and really improve their craft because they're pulled into all of the administrative overhead of trying to survive as a business. And so they're stuck. They don't really have the systems to allow them to focus on their craft. Their craft isn't profitable enough and selling enough to allow them to really hire somebody to take over the systems. They remain a very small business, usually barely profitable at all. And most of these small business owners, unfortunately, end up in this limbo where they're not really happy with what they're doing. The exciting opportunity that HighLevel gives all of us and all of those business owners for the first time is really the ability to provide to them the systems that are going to allow them to escape that for the first time. It's an incredible opportunity, and that is the key insight that is going to allow you to sell more. Now, let me make sure you really understand what I mean by systems so that you don't make the big mistake of just trying to sell the high-level tools, which will prevent you from really taking advantage of this concept and growing your business. The number one mistake that I see agencies make when they're trying to sell high-level is that they sell high-level as a set of tools. And it makes sense. HighLevel is an incredible software platform that has all of these amazing tools that small businesses can use to be more successful. But we are not selling to tools buyers. And this is a really important point that you understand that you are selling to systems buyers. So this whole concept of systems is absolutely important when it comes to the type of buyer that we're selling to. So if you look at the slides here that I've got up on my screen, you can see that there are these three different types of buyers in the small business market. There are tools buyers, there are agency buyers, and then in the middle there are systems buyers. Let me explain the difference. First of all, an agency buyer, even though we call ourselves agencies, I am actually completely anti-agency. I am anti the agency model. And the reason why is that I've been selling to small businesses my entire career, and I know that selling anything custom to small businesses is a terrible business model. It is one that has never scaled, never really been profitable. There have been lots of people who have tried to disprove that, but models always win. A superior model always wins. And selling something custom to small businesses doesn't work because they simply do not have enough money to pay you to really give you the opportunity to get ahead. When you're selling your time and your talent, you really need to be selling to very large businesses that can afford to spend much more money on you so that you have the margins and you have enough projects, enough consistency in the pipeline of projects to really truly get ahead. With small businesses, you don't have either of those things. So I define an agency buyer as somebody who wants something custom. And there are some small businesses out there that can pay you more for something custom. They'll pay you the $5,000 a month or the $20,000 for the project or whatever it is. That's not the majority of small businesses though. And it's a trap. It's a trap because you will get lured into doing that kind of work, but there's not that many customers out there and the work is not consistent enough and you will eventually get squeezed. Okay. I have been selling to small businesses my entire career. I've known so many agency owners that tried to do this model, ended up with teams of 20 people, 25 people, but the horrible secret was they couldn't sleep at night because they could barely make payroll because they were never actually getting ahead. You don't want to build a business in the agency space, okay? On the other side are tools buyers. What are tools buyers? Tools buyers are the people who sign up for a tool, usually on their own. It's just self-service, SaaS software, and they just sit down and they use it on their own to accomplish whatever they want to accomplish. I am a tools buyer. You are probably a tools buyer. Why? Because we're marketers. We actually understand technology, use technology every day. I sign up for technology platforms all the time, self-service, pay for them every month, use them myself, train myself on how to use them. I am a buyer of tools, and there is a great market out there to sell software to tools buyers, right? This is the majority of the Silicon Valley startup companies that you know in the software business. But that's not us, and here's why. HighLevel is a commodity. There are now thousands of agencies who are selling the exact same software platform. If you are going to go out there and sell the exact same software platform that everybody has, you are going to get absolutely crushed on your prices and on your margins over time, one. And two, tools sellers, the Silicon Valley-backed software companies, have raised hundreds of millions of dollars to compete in that space so that they can go out and buy market share. In other words, they will be incredibly aggressive with their marketing, incredibly aggressive with their pricing. They will lose money for months or years collecting up customers because they can, because they have raised hundreds of millions of dollars to do it. That is not you and I. And the good thing is, that's not the majority of the small business market. The majority of the small business market is not agency buyers and not tools buyers. If you think of those craftsmen, again, the people who started the pizza shop or started their own fashion line, or they're real estate agents or whatever, plumbers, chiropractors, dentists, these are all businesses that want to focus on their craft. The dentist wants to be a good dentist. The roofer wants to be a good roofer. Person designing fashion wants to design fashion. They don't want to become marketing gurus and technology systems gurus like you and I. They want to be able to focus on their craft. The far majority of these business owners just need the systems put in place so they don't have to think about it. They want somebody else to put it in there. They want somebody else to manage it. They don't want to sit down and learn how to build funnels and do automated follow-up sequences. They want to focus on their craft. That is the far majority of small businesses, and that is our sweet spot because we can take the HighLevel platform and we can use it as the foundation for our service delivery, but we can white label it as our own and we can wrap it in other valuable components that make it no longer just a set of tools, but instead turn it into a system. So again, what is a system? What differentiates a system from tools? A system is an organized and coordinated method or a set of components working together as a whole for a common purpose. So that's kind of a mouthful, but in regards to what we're selling and providing to our customers, again, these systems buyers don't want to buy a set of tools and sit down and learn how to use them, learn how to build funnels and things like that on their own. What they want is for you to turn on a complete system for them and oftentimes just manage it for them as well. So when we say a complete system in regards to what we're talking about here with HighLevel, it would be the HighLevel tools, but it would also be the content of websites, landing pages, email campaigns, SMS, communication. All of those things require content, and that content needs to be created by somebody with some expertise, you, to make these tools really useful. Hey, an autoresponder is not really useful unless there's good email content in there to be able to send out and to be able to get the response that you want from those prospects and customers. A funnel builder is not really an effective tool unless somebody knows how to use it to create a sequence of pages with offers and with content on those pages to pitch those offers to make that funnel technology really capable and useful. So we need to bring not just the tools, but the content, the processes around how to do marketing effectively and consistently at their business, and the knowledge and expertise to be able to manage this system and to continue to update this system over time, keep it current, keep it competitive in the market, so that your small business customers don't really need to think about all this stuff so that they can focus on their craft. That's why when I mentioned that I don't like agencies and I don't like to use the word agencies when I'm working with my agency customers, I use the term MSP, marketing systems provider. And I understand maybe it's just a slight change in language, but I think it's important. You don't want to be in the business of selling agency services, time and talent services. You don't want to sell your time. You don't want to sell your talent. What you want to do is use that time and talent to create a system and then be in the business of selling that system over and over and over again so that it's out there running, taking advantage of these incredible high-level tools to help you with the scalability and profitability of your service delivery without selling your time and talent. And the goal then becomes to sell as many customers onto that recurring revenue system-based service as possible, keeping them as long as possible because that system is adding value to their business and making it easy for them to do the things that they need to do to grow without having to become marketing gurus. That is your business model. It's not doing custom anything. It's not selling your time. It's not selling your talent. It's creating that system, putting it in place, and selling it over and over again in the marketplace. Michael Gerber first wrote the E-Myth, I think about 20 years ago, and it's built an absolute monster of a business for him based on different versions of the E-Myth and training around the E-Myth. And the reason why is because the key insight is so powerful and so clear and so true that when a small business owner hears it and they get it, they realize it's a key to them unlocking the freedom and the growth potential and the profitability potential that they wanted when they started a small business in the first place. If you can bring that key insight to them in your marketing message and then back it up with your services built on top of the HighLevel platform, that's how you're going to sell more HighLevel more easily to the small businesses in your community. Thanks for watching the video, and I hope you got great value out of it. In the description of the video down below, you're going to find resources that I've developed in the roughly 12 years of training other entrepreneurs on how to build scalable, profitable service businesses selling to the small business community. And you're going to find all the details on the HighLevel bonus package that I offer anybody who signs up for a new HighLevel account through me or upgrades their existing account through me. Please like and share this video with anybody that you think would get some good value out of it. Ask any questions that you have in the comments below. I respond to all of them personally. I look forward to seeing you in a future video.